In Battletech, Fall of the Star League, Succession Era, Inner Sphere, where most of us play. Of course, we definitely want to explore some of the other eras out there. But for the most part, the tech base is pretty solid, is pretty stagnant, but it's still really, really powerful. I mean, just a fusion engine. We don't have that yet. We've got a direct interface to control a mech. We have armor and special polymers and all this type of stuff. Very, very high tech level. We have space travel. But at the same time, on various planets and worlds, we have 20th century, 21st century, 22nd century vehicles. You know, there are fighting vehicles in the tech manuals that are pretty potent that use ICEs, you know, internal combustion engines on there. So a lot of different tech levels, and I enjoy that because it sets up in many ways this idea of man versus machine. You have a Battletech, a battle mech that is extremely overpowering, and sometimes you have to go to battle just with men, just with infantry or conventional weapons. It's a challenge. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, but it's even in winning, the cost is really, really high. So there's that level of heroism, man against machine, that I enjoy. This leads into the question where we were exploring some of the different vehicles in Battletech, and I was directly asked, well, Fritz, if we're looking at militia, you know, planetary militia, the planet is out there on the fringe, maybe it's contested, it changes hands every couple of 100 years, no one's really going to invest in it in terms of commerce. So its planetary defense force is literally maybe a cobbled together militia. You might have a couple of mechs. Of course, there's always going to be the elites of the planet. They're going to have some mechs. You might have some mercenary pirate elements of lesser mechs on there, or Franken mechs, which we've explored. You'll have some vehicles. But what about really, really not necessarily military vehicles, but fighting vehicles? Technicals was the actual question that I was asked. Can you play technicals in Battletech on there? So my thought on that, how to handle those, I would handle them modeling that's really interesting. And I think that would be really cool to go get maybe some model railroad Z scale type, or Z gauge. Is that the exact terminology? To picture that, to pick that up with some vehicles, paint it up, maybe put a little camo, some pieces of armor, improvised armor on there, and mount a small field gun or something. I could see technicals being played as jump infantry or motorized infantry with maybe like an AC-2 field gun. I really can't see them, and your thoughts on that, I really can't see them being that much more powerful or potent in the game, you know, certainly given the scale of damage between what a technical would be able to do and something like what a hunchback would be able to do. The scale is massive, and we want to represent that. The mobility is there, absolutely. So your thoughts, if you were going to represent technicals in the game, model up a couple of really, really small Toyota pickup trucks and throw an AC-2 or some sort of recoilless rifle or something in there, jump infantry with a field gun would be my approach.